fabulous humans, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, then well, hello, how you doing? Welcome. You have just slipped into the most fabulous, or today the most furriest place on YouTube, and I am so happy to have you here. Well, now that I have you here, I'm just gonna give you 5 seconds to go do what you do. Subscribe to the channel, become part of the glitter and glam squad so we can shine together, or so we can purr together. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you'll always be notified when I upload a new video. And while you're at it, hit the thumbs up button so YouTube knows that little old me, I need to shine bright like a diamond in this YouTube streets, okay? Because the weather is getting cold and I need a little shine. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you. Thank you so much for coming back. You chose to come back and I appreciate it. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the support. It means a lot to me. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Now, today's video is all about head turners and neck breakers, okay? When I did my previous video on layering combos, I showed you, well, that fragrance combo is also here. I showed you a fragrance that I felt would turn heads and break the necks. So I thought about him like, hey, why not do a head turners, neck breakers video? So these fragrances I have here are guaranteed to turn some heads and break them. Because we don't just want the heads to turn. Like, turning is one thing. But when you turn, I need, as you're turning, the neck's gonna, like, what, what's, oh, that's how it's gonna hit you. Like, as I'm walking by, you go like this, and it's like, yes, that's what these fragrances are about. So if you want to know fragrances that will turn heads, break necks, and make a statement, then stick around.
That night I said I was recording late. I wasn't recording late. I was just smoking, chilling, had a couple drinks.
So whenever I have on any outfit that has feathers and purrs and everything like this, you know it's about to be fabulous. You know the fragrances I'm going to be listing are going to be top tier because it's going to be given luxury. Because, oh darling, that's what I get whenever I bring this out. So the first fragrance that is guaranteed to turn heads is guaranteed to break necks, okay? I think I have like 2 fragrances each from like 3 houses, which is like, hopefully, I don't know how it's gonna go. But the first fragrance I have on my list, are you ready? That is guaranteed to turn heads and break them. This is going to get heads turning. When I tell you this is top tier. I've only talked about this fragrance once on my channel, but I think that was like the first video I did. But this is by Louis Vuitton. This is La Sable Roses. Listen, look at the dent. If you can see the dent in here, it is right here. It is right here. This fragrance with Ombre Nomade layered is breaking necks. For me, because it's almost gone, so that's why I started using Fenty with Ombre Nomade, and that's sickening. But this fragrance right here is packed with rose. So you're getting rose, you're getting Bulgarian rose, you get oud, and then there's saffron. The saffron in here makes the rose so expensive, and that's what gets the, you know, the necks to turn. That's what gets people like, what is this? This fragrance is so lavish. This is a Dubai princess, an Arabic queen. You know I always like to be like an Arabic princess, a Dubai queen. This fragrance takes me to Saudi Arabia. It takes me to Qatar. It takes me to Dubai. It takes me to Turkey. This is wealth in a bottle. If you don't have La Sable Roses by Louis Vuitton, do yourself a favor. Pause, and maybe you need to get a decant. Because this is one of those fragrances that you don't want to just blind buy. But this is stunning. This would get heads turning. It would get necks broken. And it is everything. It is unisex. So the men, listen, the men can rock this. The women can rock this. I do believe Ombre Nomade is more masculine leaning than feminine. This, I think, is in the middle, but I feel like a lot of ladies gravitate towards it. This is so good. But that is La Sable Rose by Louis Vuitton. The next head turner on the list, this is mainly for the men, but it takes a confident woman to wear it. When I tell you, the heads that will turn, Promise by Frederick Malle. As I'm showing you, you need to be seeing the dent so you know what's going on in this house. Look at that. This is my husband's, and I be going there and sneaking up on it, and it's about to be done. Like, this fragrance, what is in here? If you're a man and you want one fragrance that you need in your life this fall, this holiday season, you want to treat yourself to one fragrance, it has to be this. This is Wealth in a bottle. This will get people turning heads. The sillage for this is incredible. Like, the trail it leaves behind, I kid you not. If you use this fragrance and leave 3-4 hours later, people will still be smelling you if they come into your home or your closet. That's how potent this fragrance is. When I tell you, look at how this fragrance is not going to make it through this year. And the only reason why it's like this is because it's so little that now no one wants to touch it. No one wants to be the one to use it up. So he's like saving it for like special occasions. I'm like not going close to it because it's almost gone. But we will be getting another bottle. But yeah. Promise by Frederick Malle. The next head turner, neck breaker fragrance on my list, I don't know if I've talked about this on this channel. This is from the house of Xerjoff. This is called Alexandria II. Not the regular Alexandria, not Alexandria III, not Alexandria Oriental. This is just II. Alexandria II. It is lavish, okay? It's not for the faint of heart. This fragrance is so good that we bought two. Because sometimes we'll be playing in this house, you know, we just buy one and then we end up going through it like Tuxedo and Promise. This one we bought two because when we smelled it, we had to have it. And when I tell you, my husband's bottle is like pretty much gone. This is so good. This is in the fall and you have an event to go to. And the event is for the rich and wealthy, the upper echelon. That's what this is giving. This fragrance is so good. Let me tell you what the notes are. So for the top notes, you get in palisandre, rosewood, lavender, cinnamon, and apples. And in the middle notes, you get in rose, cedar, and lily of the valley. And for the base notes, you get an agar wood, which is oud, sandalwood, amber, vanilla, and musk. When I tell you, this is not your typical rose and oud. This is a lavish rose and oud that will get people like, what? This is definitely a head turner. This is such a solid fragrance. I don't talk about this enough, but Alexandria II, I only bring it out on special occasions. Like, it's not a fragrance that I'm just, this is not, oh, I'm running errands, I'm going, no. Even for parties, it has to be the top tier, and then I'll bring this out. But Alexandria II by Xerjoff, this is another Xerjoff that I wish I got 100 ml of. I feel like when it comes to Xerjoff now, I will just be 100 ml girl because I know I'm going to go through it. And you know I love Xerjoff. Xerjoff rules this channel. Period. The next head turner. Now, this is not a turner. This is a breaker, okay? This fragrance is by Amouage. It's Guidance. Guidance has become me. For a fragrance that I did not like the first time I smelled it. When I smelled this fragrance at Neiman Marcus, I was like, what are they saying? This is not what the people are saying. What is this? This is ridiculous. When I tell you, I was a fool. And I am not ashamed to admit that I was a fool. Because this fragrance right here, when I put it on my skin, It's giving wealth. It gives money. It turns head. And it is right now, maybe it's because I've been wearing it a lot, it is like the most complimented fragrance currently that I'm wearing. Everywhere I go, it's turning heads. People are asking me, what do you have? I can, like, what is that? I have to like open it up to show people, like, this is Guidance. Like, Guidance is that girl. She's moving. She's a mover and shaker of the world. What is that? Oh, feathers. I'm purring. Guidance is that fragrance that is going to get the people talking. Literally everywhere I go, people ask me, like, what do you have on? This is a fragrance that turns heads. It breaks necks, but then they still need to ride it. Like, what is that? Everybody and their mama, every time I wear Guidance, I get a compliment. The last time I wore Guidance, I layered it, but Guidance was like shining supreme, and that was for the Renaissance tour. I got compliments. Every time I wear Guidance is that girl. It turns heads. People ask me what I have on. It's so strong, like it's a perfume. Like, you can tell that this person wore a perfume. It's giving quality. It's giving luxury. It's just top tier. Top tier. The next head turner on my list is a cheapie. This is a cheapie that I've mentioned a few times on this channel. This is incredible. This takes me to, Dubai, Qatar. When we want to turn heads, we have to be an Arabic queen, a Dubai princess. We need to be going to Turkey. We need to be coming from Saudi Arabia. We need to be entering, Qatar. This is Hellurrrr by Swiss Arabia. If you're able to get a good deal on this, you need to pick this up. This fragrance right here, it is everything. It smells so opulent. It gets the necks turning. Everyone that has smelled this fragrance has like loved it. In here, this is rose and oud, the old faithful rose and oud. But here, this is given Middle Eastern rose and oud, but it has a little bit, not a lot, a little bit of sweetness. In here, it feels like a really luxurious rose. This is so good. But if you don't like the typical rose and oud, then stay away from this. But this is amazing. And whenever, like for me, this on its own, it breaks necks. It breaks necks. But if you want to top it off a little bit, so where the heads would turn, you want to leave a sexy trail behind, listen, add some Baccarat Rouge to this. So sometimes I like to use Baccarat with Oud Satin Mood, but sometimes I do it with Hellurrrr. Heads will turn. This is also a combo that I forgot to mention in my layering combo video, but these two together is everything. The trail it leaves behind will get heads turning. This is definitely a head turner fragrance, and that's Hellurrrr by Swiss Arabia. Now, in the spirit of Baccarat Rouge, I believe that Baccarat Rouge is actually a head turner. It's not a neck breaker, it's a head turner. The trail it leaves behind, Baccarat is that girl. Now, everybody and their mama has Baccarat. We talk about Baccarat, but I feel like Baccarat is a victim of its own success. So people don't want to talk about Baccarat because it's so cliche. Everybody talks about Baccarat. It's like it's so overplayed, it's so done. But when I tell you, Baccarat is still that girl. So I believe that, I think this is a good head turner. If you want to turn heads, you just want one snapshot fragrance that's going to turn heads. When you wear it, then this is the way to go. But with Baccarat, I feel like I am nose blind to the ambroxan or whatever they put in here, because there was one time I went to a wedding and literally I could not smell it, and I kept spraying it and spraying it and spraying. I'm like, I can't smell it. That was before I started reading about the going nose blind to it. And then when I came back from the wedding, I had my outfit back in the closet, and I left the closet, did what I was doing around the house, and I came back. As I opened the closet, it was like everywhere. Like my head was turning. I was like, whoa, what? And I was getting compliments all day. It is what it is. Everybody knows when you wear Baccarat, but Baccarat will still get hurt on. And I believe that although it's so popular and it feels like everybody has Baccarat, but honestly, trust me, when you go out in the real world, it's not like that. It's really not like that. So you can still wear your Baccarat and still smell amazing and turn heads. The next head turner on my list, this is not a head turner. This is a head breaker. This is one of my favorite fragrances ever. I think you guys already know what that is. It is from my favorite perfumer, Dominique Ropion, and Portrait of a Lady, Frederick Malle. This is breakneck, like straight up. Like this is going to get you like, when the weather gets cool and I bring out Portrait of a Lady and I'm coming through, that's all I have to say. This is one of the greatest fragrances ever, in my opinion. This is the epitome of wealth, luxury, Dubai, Qatar, Saudi, you know. This is giving me Turkey. This is just Middle Eastern, but it's not the typical rose and oud, because in here you get patchouli and incense with the rose, so it's like a bomb. This is a head turner. Everyone is going to turn heads. When you walk in, this is very sophisticated, so it's not a casual fragrance. When you wear this, you're supposed to look nice. Like you're supposed to have on not just an outfit, a piece, a statement piece, because this fragrance is a statement and it will get heads to turn. It's going to break them and it's going to do what it do. Portrait of a Lady by Frederick Malle is one of the favorite fragrances on this channel. In this Glam HQ, this fragrance rules, and I think that is top tier. Get your nose, your wallets, your hands on this fragrance. The next head turner fragrance on my list, this is also a fragrance that I picked up in the summer. This has become a national treasure over here. Whenever I'm looking at my dent for 50 ml, I'm so scared. Whenever I wear this fragrance, it turns heads. This is not a breaker, this is a head turner. Everybody turns like, what is that? I turn too. This is Jump Up and Kiss Me by Clive Christian. So this is the ecstatic version, because they have the Hedonist, which is for the men, and it is sickening. If you're a man, go pick that up. This is for the women. This fragrance right here is everything. This is luxury in a bottle. When you wear this, heads will turn. This is given, I'm a rich auntie, I have money. It's giving pounds. It's not giving dollars. It's giving pounds. It's giving euro, but mostly pounds. This is just everything. It's giving Queen Elizabeth. You can see that. So in here, the top notes you get bitter orange, mandarin, and pink pepper. And in the middle notes you get tuberose, you get jasmine, you get ylang ylang, you get orange blossom, and you get rose. Here in the base notes you get vanilla, you get tonka bean, you get amber, you get suede, musk, woody notes, sandalwood, and vetiver. This is a delight. Definitely will turn heads. It's very strong, very potent. It's amazing. The next head turner fragrance on my list, this is a breaker. This, when I think of this fragrance, I think of Morocco. Maybe it's because I took it with me to Morocco, but it also gives Middle Eastern vibes, okay? This reminds me of a local fragrance that I bought in Morocco that they had oud in it, because this has rose and this has oud in it. This is Rose Amouage by Atelier des Ors. I don't know if I've talked about Rose Amouage before. You know, I talk about Rouge Serré because Rouge Serré is that girl for me. But Rose Amouage is stunning. She breaks necks. She gets the people talking. This fragrance, this is Morocco. This is Egypt. And then this is also given Turkey. You know, this is so good. The top notes you get rose, because rose is what is going to turn heads, okay? You get raspberry, you get pink pepper. In the middle notes, you get brown sugar, patchouli, and gaiac wood. Now, when you put the patchouli, the gaiac wood, and in the base notes, you get oud, amber, and sandalwood. That's what breaks it. That's what breaks the necks. The patchouli, the guaiac, the oud, that's what does the breaking. You know, in the beginning, you're turning heads with the rose, with the raspberry and the brown sugar, and then the comes with the patchouli, the guaiac, the oud. This fragrance. Let me break myself. You won't break my soul. And I'm trying to break it. This is amazing. Atelier des Ors makes amazing fragrances. Listen, I have been trying to get my hands on Lune Feline. Spoiler alert, I already ordered it and it is coming. I am so excited because that's one fragrance I've always wanted. But Rose Amouage is such a deep, seductive. It smells like rose oil. It smells like money. Not just money, it smells like Arab money. This is so good. Like, it is so good. I cannot wait. Texas, get cold, okay? I need to be wearing these fragrances. Texas, get cold, because I will be bringing out Rose Amouage. The next head turner on my list is a turner / breaker, depending on the quantity you use. And that is from the House of Creed. This is Royal Princess Oud. People don't talk about this girl. They always talk about Aventus. Aventus for him, Aventus for her. We have the new Carmina, which is amazing. This right here is so good. I bought this fragrance based off of the recommendation of Pockets and Bows, Brittany. Brittany had this in, I think this was, I don't know, 2019, I would say. And this was like her Boss Babe scent. And I had to get it. I had to get it, but let me tell you the reason why my dent is still shoulder. Creed is one of those lines where it's so expensive that you don't want to use it, so you end up saving it and then you end up not using it because you want to use it little by little. But when I tell you, this fragrance is a head turner. Whenever I wear this fragrance, people ask me, do you have Creed? So I think this has the Creed DNA, and it does what it does. It has the oud, to me, is very wearable, and you can smell the rose because it's rose that turns the head. When I tell you, this fragrance is everything, and it's very unisex. I think the name scares the guys, but when I tell you it's unisex, it does smell like Creed. It smells lavish. It's gonna get heads turning, and it actually smells, it's given off shoulder. It's given a seductress because the rose in here is gonna seduce you, okay? The next head turner fragrance on my list is another one from the House of Amouage, and that is Portrayal. Now, you know Portrayal is like my favorite. Guidance has been pushing Portrayal to the curve, but Portrayal is my favorite Amouage so far. This is a jasmine fragrance. You get jasmine, you get elemi in here, you get tobacco. So that's, and then there's a hint of vanilla. This is so unique. It is so different. It turns heads. Sometimes I layer this with Honor Woman. The last time I wore it, I layered it with Honor Woman. And when I walked in, I went out. As I walked in, they were like, every time you come, stuff gets me. But today, this one got me. What is it? And I said, it's Amouage. You're like, I said, 2 Amouage. You're like, 2? Amouage is already expensive. And then you're going to tell me 2? This is so good. Portrayal Woman will get, it's, I always say, it's the woman you need to become. It will get heads turning. It smells like a really clean, beautiful lady. Like when I think of this fragrance, I think of Oran sandals in white, a really nice, beautiful sundress or summer dress, a nice gown, just simple. And then you're just with that and a nice Kelly, like your Kelly handbag. You know, she doesn't do too much, quiet luxury. You can, but then she smells like money, okay? This is everything. And that's Portrayal Woman from Amouage. Definitely a head turner. The next head turner on my list is, you guys know, this is the last fragrance I'm going to talk about. This is my combo that turns and breaks, and I saved it, I think, for last because why not? And you know the star is Louis Vuitton, Ombre Nomade, and when I want to turn heads, Fenty Eau de Parfum. This too. This is blueberry. This is rose, magnolia, geranium, incense. The blueberries and the tangerine. There's tangerine in here, I think. It is so good. Fenty Eau de Parfum smells like a niche fragrance. It smells like it has the DNA of La Saba Rose. It's such a great fragrance, and if you want to turn heads, you have to use it with Ombre Nomade. When I tell you heads will roll, heads will roll, heads will roll on the floor. Shout out to Karen O, the yes. I love Karen O. She's amazing. When you want the heads to really roll on the floor, Intense Cafe by Montal mixed with Ombre Nomade. When I tell you, this is like I'm saying heads will roll now. This one is heads will roll, heads will roll, heads will roll on the floor. This is everything. If you want to break necks, break it, you have to try this combo. Beast mode upon beast mode, and you put them together, and this is a delicious rose. It really brings up the rose because the rose in Ombre Nomade is not a lot, so this brings up the rose and it gives it a delicious rose feel with the oud in here in Ombre Nomade. You might as well just pack up and go home. When I tell you the combo with this two is gonna get, like, people will ask, the amount of people that asked me what I had on the day I wore it was insane. 10 is an understatement. I think because I traveled the last time I really put this combo into test. 20, literally all over the airport, the plane, and then I entered another one, and this took me a whole day, and it was everything. And that is Ombre Nomade and Intense Cafe to break the necks, Ombre Nomade and Fenty Beauty to turn the heads. But that's it, guys. That's all I have. Let me know if you own any of these fragrances I mentioned, and what fragrance do you wear when you want heads to turn? What fragrance do you wear when you want necks to break, and when you want heads to roll? Heads to roll, heads to roll on the floor. What fragrance do you wear when you want to do that? Let me know in the comments below. And as usual, all fragrances that I talked about will be listed in the description box so you can check it out. Like I always say, in all things, add glitter. Whenever you're in doubt, add more glitter. And when all else fails, your back is against the wall, your back is against the ropes, you know what you need to do? You need to make heads roll. You need to make heads turn, because your fragrance may get you out of that sticky situation where your back is against the wall. So when your back is against the wall, try one of these amazing fragrances that turn heads that we just talked about. Get your nose on something unique that you have never smelled before, and add more glitter. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in another video.